Harris 44, Trump 42. That's the latest poll from Reuters Ipsos, but it is within the poll's margin of error. In other words, a statistical dead heat. Likewise, Trump 49, Harris 46 in the latest CNN poll, also within the margin of error. And Trump 46, Harris 45 from NPR Marist, another tie. In fact, since President Biden dropped from the race and Harris became the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, every national poll has shown the race is statistically even. That's actually a slight improvement for Democrats, and a driving factor, according to CBS News, is a boost in Democratic voter enthusiasm.
Right after Biden stepped aside, we asked how this made you feel about motivation to vote, and there were these 4 in 10 Democrats who told us that they were more motivated to vote now. Now, why is that important? Because all throughout in the polling, we had been finding that Democrats were trailing Republicans on saying they were likely to vote. Some of them weren't as excited about Joe Biden, didn't like the matchup necessarily. This is a gap we're going to have to watch. Does it close? Does that motivation translate into Democrats saying they're going to turn out more? That'll affect the polling. Ultimately, it'll affect the election.
Certainly, party enthusiasm has always been pivotal, and now Democrats have it in ways they did not a week ago. And with Harris at the top of the ticket, the improvement in numbers for Democrats is also showing up in key battleground states. And these states like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and others, unaffiliated or independent voters are the key. If you can win a clear majority of the independent voters, you will likely win the state and capture all of that state's electoral votes. CNN found a bump in independent voters for Harris, but with a catch. Watch.
Take a look here at the independents. Trump has 46%. Harris has 43%. Biden was losing independents to Trump in the last couple of months, according to our polling, by roughly 10 points. Now Harris is just losing them by 3. Though remember, Biden won them by 13 points in 2020 when he won that election.
And by most accounts, for Harris to win this election, she will need to make up more ground with independents and unaffiliated voters. But she is trending in the right direction, and her campaign has not yet dumped tens of millions of dollars in advertisements in the swing states. At the moment, in battleground states, the Trump campaign is outspending Harris on ads 25-1. However, the Harris campaign says it would be a waste of money at the moment to go up with advertising when Harris is already dominating broadcast and cable news coverage in this initial honeymoon period of her campaign. Some Democrats disagree and say the ads need to come sooner than later if Harris is going to keep her momentum going. In any case, Republicans are still expressing confidence, albeit a more subdued confidence in the ultimate outcome. However, that's leading to pushback from Democratic pundits like this.
In Milwaukee, saying that this was going to be a landslide victory for Donald Trump, that you were going to expand the map. And you had New Mexico would be in play, and Colorado would be in play, and Minnesota would be in play. Look, some of that might actually happen.
It was true at the time.
But there is no landslide talk coming from Donald Trump, coming from his campaign, or coming from the Republican Party. And look, if you want to know how freaked out the Republican Party is about Kamala Harris and this change and the fact that they didn't get to run a convention against her, all that money spent in Milwaukee last week was flushed down the toilet. Just look at Donald Trump. Look at Donald Trump.
Indeed, Donald Trump is saying he should be reimbursed for all the money his campaign spent targeting Joe Biden. Trump is also ramping up his insults of Kamala Harris. The serene, calm Donald Trump post-assassination attempt has gone away, and the angry, lashing out Trump has returned. Trump's more unhinged tone could be another factor that impacts the electorate. Moderate and independent voters generally don't like candidates who appear to lose control. Nonetheless, by all accounts, the Harris-Trump race is a statistical tie, and both campaigns believe the polling, at least for a while, is going to reflect an election too close to call. And for Democrats, an even chance of winning, that's an improvement. By the way, former Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is criticizing some of the Republican attacks on Kamala Harris.
2 attacks I've heard Republicans give that are totally stupid and dumb to do is the DEI attack.
Yes, even former Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is calling the Republican attack line stupid and dumb.
This DEI, that seems like a petty. Look, I disagree with DEI, but she is the Vice President of the United States. She is the former U.S. Senator. These congressmen that are saying it, they're wrong in their own instance.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.